What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Faith and Hustle podcast by Good Company. Today, we're going to talk about the Reimagine series. We're going to talk about the state of the shoe game. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome, everybody. But let's just jump right into it. So let's talk about the Reimagine series, man. I've been into sneaker collecting since the early 2000s. So all these shoes that got reimagined, re-retroed, like I had all of them originally. So I personally think, man, the quality on all these shoes, like the Reimagine 3, the Reimagine Royal 1, the Satin Bread, and the Gratitude 11, and then obviously this Bread 4. I think this Bread 4 is definitely the sneaker of the year. Granted, we're only a quarter into the year, so there's not a lot of competition, but this is hands down holding its weight. Me personally, I like the original previous release with the semi-nubuck material. I actually got my Bread 4 snatched out of my luggage at LAX as I was traveling to Medford, Oregon. So I had a blast in Medford, Oregon. But man, when you get your brand new pair of Bread 4 snatched out of your luggage, man, you probably don't want to ride Alaska Airlines ever again. Shout out to Alaska Airlines for just trashing my Bread 4s. And somebody came up. If you're watching, man, you got blessed. But anyway, I personally like this shoe. The quality is great. Out of all the Reimagine series, I actually only have one. I got the Lost and Found, and man, the comfort on these shoes, just Jordan Brand is just doing a much better job in productivity. Like the quality's good, the shaping is good, the feel is good, the cushions are a little bit thicker than previous Jordan releases. So man, I don't know, this Bread 4, man, I haven't gotten a pair yet, but we've gotten quite a pairs here through already. We've sold a few. Definitely sneaker of the year. My personal favorite shoes are the BC3s or the Bread 4s. Like I could literally wear those shoes every day for the rest of my life. I don't need another pair of shoes, man. Like the BC3, I wear that shoe so much, my wife has to tell me, honey, can you please put on a different pair of shoes? Bread 4, BC3, those are my top 2 shoes. Iconic shoes. Jordan was dunking on dudes. He was crossing people over. He was fading away in those shoes. So I just personally love this Bread 4. I'm definitely going to get a pair sooner or later. I'm hoping to land a pair at retail. So I'm the type of person that will wait. I'm not gonna jump on the first opportunity. I'll wait because there's just more important things than to buying the next pair of shoes, especially at a overpriced. But these are holding its weight. I've been seeing the market on them around 320, 340, 360. I think market will eventually keep climbing over the years. This is not a shoe that I see declining, plummeting. If you're like a sneaker investor and you're willing to buy a lot of stock and sit on stock for years, man, you can't go wrong with this shoe, because before this shoe released, new Bread 4s were going at like 500, 600 strong sitting, just like that was the value of a Bread 4. Like even a used Bread 4, you could probably get it for $350, $400, but definitely a good shoe. We want to talk about the state of the sneaker game. Man, I would say the COVID era, during COVID season, is when we saw everybody wanted to get a piece of the pie when it came to selling shoes. Man, so many stores opened up. So many private sneaker resellers emerged. We got the whole botting scene. I mean, man, the United States of America. I remember one time Googling, just typing in sneaker reselling, and what came up on Google, that it's a $1 million industry. So we saw everybody do it in COVID, and man, there was just so much money being tossed around during COVID that, man, like everybody was making money. Everybody was making extra income. Everybody was buying all the stock. But within the last year, I want to say beginning of 2023, maybe late 2022, we started to see a decline just in the value of shoes and the value of sneaker reselling. And you're even starting to see a lot of shoes are closing down, like, and you're starting to see a lot of stores just getting broken into. I remember maybe a couple months ago, I saw in the city of Chicago, 6 sneaker stores got broken into. They just plowed the SUV, right through the store. And so we're seeing all these break-ins. We're seeing an economical shift with, like the cost of everything is going up. And, shoes aren't going up. Shoes are actually going down. So you're starting to see, like, you go to the grocery store, you see lettuce and all these little produce items, like, it's going up. Just you go to the grocery store, cereal's going up, milk's going up, eggs are going up. Everything's going up except shoes. And shoes are actually going down. Now, obviously, you got the exception of a few shoes that are going up, but for the totality of the sneaker industry, there's a lot of shoes that are dropping. And I want to say almost every shoe is dropping a little bit, and a lot of shoes are dropping a lot. So obviously your more popular shoes, there's a small decrease, but like with the everyday shoes and not so popular shoes, there's a huge drop. So now you're starting to see guys that, that you could have had a collection at one time, and maybe your collection was worth a lot, man. And you try to unload your stuff now. I mean, you unload your whole collection now, you're not going to get what you could have got during COVID, what you could have got pre-COVID. It's just, man, like the economy's bad. The price of everything is going up. Lawlessness is increasing. You see all the Nike stores, like, that's like the common trend today is like, let's go break into a Nike store and let's just grab everything off the shelf. Like, you're seeing it at almost every Nike outlet in Southern California. Like, it's kind of sad to see the state of it, but like, luckily for a store like us, we've been around for 10 years plus. Like, we're doing everything that we can to make adjustments, to maneuver, to cut back on payroll, to even be more selective in buying. And, we're not like a big franchise shoe store like, Cool Kicks and Urban Necessities. Shout out to those stores. Those stores are killing it. They're probably thriving in this drought, but I would want to say that they probably have small challenges, but I want to say there probably is some challenges in their day-to-day. But for like a store like us that started from the mud, we started from the bottom, no wealthy parents, no investors, it's just strictly faith and God. That's what allowed our business to maintain. That's what allowed our business to grow. That's what's allowed our business to still stand over the course of, 10 plus years. Obviously, there's hard work, there's dedication, there's blood, and there's sweat. But, we are a small, mom and pop store. We've faced our share of difficulties because, when you're selling shoes where finances are just tight in the current state of society, we're price cutting stuff. We're still selling shoes, but our profit of margin is definitely a lot lesser than what it used to be. So now we got to increase our volume in sales because we're making less profit margin. So, shout out to everybody that continues to support us. And, if you're watching this video, do me a favor, like, comment, and share. This is a new podcast. We need all the support we could get. So yeah, man, state of the shoe game, man. You see a lot of people getting out. Some people are saying, oh, I'm just getting out because I'm doing something new. No, you're getting out because it's tough. you're getting out because you're just not successful in it. Like everybody's getting out for whatever reason. And just let's just be honest, it's tough. It's tough to sell shoes in 2024 and to be successful in selling shoes. Man, you got your work cut out for you. So either you're like for the people that are leaving, if you were still selling shoes, you probably aren't getting out. But because it's tough and because it's hard and resources are, and it's hard to get inventory and product, man, people are getting out because this is no longer a trendy business. Let's just get that straight. This used to be a trendy business. This was a business that, like, if you had money, you're just like, I want to open up a sneaker store because it's cool, it's hip, it's in style, and it's in trend. Yeah, the trendy business, that's gone. Like if you wake up in 2024 and you say, hey, I want to go into the sneaker business, that's probably not the wise decision. Now, if you got a name and you got a brand and you've got clientele, then obviously that's different. Like Cool Kicks and Urban Necessities, these stores are killing it. But like if you're like you're a person that's barely getting started, man, I would tell you, go try any other business than this business. Because this, like, if you don't have a brand and you don't got clientele and you haven't been doing this for years, you have a high probability that you would fail in this business. But, obviously, shout out to Six Ring Legends. They've been doing it for a while. Easy Kicks. I even see like Bird Kicks. They specialize in early releases. So, like, you got to find your niche. Our niche was we have a variety for everybody. We got cheap, we got beat, we got new, we got used, we got hype, we got mid hype. No matter what your budget is, we got something for you. And that's how we've always been. We got expensive shoes, we got cheap shoes, we got mid, and every store kind of has their niche. So, but I think of, obviously we were the first shoe consignment in the Inland Empire, very first, and Six Rings, shout out to Danny and B, they've been holding it down in Riverside. And then I think Easy Kicks was probably the third. I don't know who the fourth was, but obviously today you got Holy Ground in Upland. Man, they're, I've never been there, but they're killing it. I see United Kicks, they're killing it. Shout out to Dom, man. So there's a few stores that they specialize. Like I notice, United Kicks, man, they're just really good with their online presence. Like, really good, man. They're really good with their consignment presence. Holy Ground, they keep the steals and the deals coming in. I like what they do. Six Rings, what they do for their 1 year anniversary, man. They just have crazy doorbusters. And the thing about them is, like, they were doing it before it was the thing to do. So yes, a lot of sneaker consignment stores, they do that for their grand opening. They do that for Black Friday. But I want to say I saw Six Rings doing it before anybody, and our Black Fridays, like, they're crazy, man. Like this year we had people set up a TV in line and they're playing PlayStation 5. Last year we had a dude hook up a barber chair and clippers, and he's cutting hair at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in San Bernardino. And we've always had people show up like 9 a.m. the previous day. Like, they're just saying, forget about Thanksgiving. Like, I'm going to go get, that pair of shoes. So, shout out to all of our supporters, man. You guys keep our Black Fridays very, very interesting. So yeah, Black Fridays, man, in San Bernardino, good company, man. If you've been there, you already know how they are. We crank out the steals, the deals. I mean, when I look throughout the years and see some of the shoes that we were able to just really sell at a super, super low price, pretty crazy, man. I also see, man, I think it's called the Fix Kicks, man. I think there's somewhere like in Central California or Northern California, man. Those guys those guys are killing it too, man. But yeah, man, the sneaker game, people say it's dead. I mean, I guess you got to define like if it's dead, like if you don't have a name or a brand and you're a sneaker reseller, yeah, it's dead to you. But if you've been around and you've been putting that time and that effort, it's definitely not dead. Now, is it are we killing it? I mean, I would say, yeah, things are challenging right now. I want to say there's somewhat of a challenge for everybody, but like we're still doing good. People, we still got our supporters, our customers. Shout out to all you guys that still support the mission and the vision of the shop. We're still doing all our give backs. In fact, like I want to say this, like people say it's such a struggling year. We've gave out more shoes this year than ever before. So yeah, the sneaker game is dead, but I mean, here we're giving out 3 to 4 brand new pairs of shoes every week. We're giving out brand new Air Force Ones, brand new Dunks, like nice shoes every single week. We have not missed a week since January. So, we're giving away shoes at an all-time high volume. Not everybody's doing that in this economy, and not everybody wants to do that. So, that was like kind of God showing me, like, I was kind of asking God in my alone time, like, man, God, sneaker industry is getting a little different, we're not as busy. So what can we do as a shop to keep the business afloat? And God put it on my heart, start giving out more shoes. And I was like, man, that don't even make no sense. Give out more shoes. And he was like, yes, keep meeting the need, but now meet the need at a higher level. Life is all about progression. It's always about growth. It's always about going from one level to the next level. And you got to change. Like in order for you to grow in life, there has to be change in your outlook. There has to be change in your strategy. There has to be change in your approach. There has to be change in your system. Like if you're running the same old system, the same old program, and you want growth, like you got to be insane to expect drastic results, like doing the same thing. Like spinning your wheels is not going to work. You're going to have to incorporate change within yourself, incorporate change within the business. So that's one of the things that we've done. We started giving out way more shoes than ever before. We're behind on the 8 ball. We're barely getting on YouTube. We're barely looking into getting a website again. Like we had a website like 6 years ago. We did okay with the website, but we just sold so many shoes in store and we sold them so quick. Just having a website, we just didn't need to have it. But today, yeah, now we're looking into making a website. We're new in this YouTube realm where everybody's already been killing it in the YouTube capacity. So we're late, but who cares? Who cares that we're late? Like we still got to change. We still got to adapt. We still got to make the adjustments. So you got to make the changes in your business in order for you to adapt. So we're implementing new things. We got this podcast. We're hopping back on eBay. We're creating an internet. We're going to focus, more on the brand. So, we're heading in that direction.